Hello, and welcome to the channel. Today I want to show you how I install my water cooler on my RTX 3090. I am using the Alphacool Eisblock Aurora Plexi GPX-N RTX. My graphics card is the Palit GeForce 3090 GamingPro. First, let's see what comes in the package. In this little package, we have some thermal paste, mounting screws and some thermal pads. The thermal pads are separated, for the cooler and for the backplate. Also, they are marked with numbers for easy installation. Finally, we have a screw and seal plug, an RGB connector cable, and a tool for mounting the plugs. The manual comes in 3 languages. It is very easy to understand. This is how manuals should always look like. Now, we finally take a first look at the cooler. It comes with a black backplate. The overall quality is very good. It has a nice weight. The cooler is made of nickel-plated copper. I will leave a link in the description, so you can check out the specs for yourself. This video is not sponsored by Alphacool or Palit. So, let's disassemble the cooler from the graphics card. Please keep in mind, this is my first VGA water cooler assembly. And my first tutorial. So please excuse the bad camera positioning. First, we unscrew the little screws that hold the backplate to the card. I collect all screws in a cup, so I don't lose them. Now, gently lift the backplate from the card. It could help to warm the backplate up a little bit. Here we can see the 2 MLCC groups. But I don't want to open up this discussion. Next I remove 2 screws in the front. Now, the last 4 screws that hold the graphics card to the cooler. I remove it over cross by loosening them step by step. All screws are out now. The next step is removing the card from the cooler. Just like with the backplate, I remove the card by wiggling it very gently. There are also 3 cables to take care of. It has to be removed very carefully. Now I remove the paste from the cooler, so I don't get my fingers dirty all the time. This one last cable has to get off, then I am done with the disassembly. Next thing is to remove all the rest of the thermal pads and paste, and clean the card with alcohol. Now the card is all nice and clean, I will start to mount the water cooler. I put the thermal pad in its places, just like the manual says. This is easy, because they are all numbered. No worries here. Don't forget to take off the plastic from the pads. The thermal paste goes onto the GPU die. Just make sure to cover the whole die. I know I could have used a spatula, but my finger works as well. Now the graphics card goes onto the cooler. Just make sure to put it on straight from the top, to leave the thermal pads in place. To get it on straight, you want to put it to the edge of your workplace. Now I put in the screws. Make sure to put them in step by step over cross. I double check if all the thermal pads are in place, and that the cooler is in place. The last thing to do is to mount the backplate. I just put the thermal pads in their places and mount the backplate on top. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button if you like the video. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I will answer if I can. See ya.